Rather than making another, okay, we don't really need any more warriors at this point, so I'm going to just start building a monument. I will not finish it just yet, but you'll see my plans. Buildings decay. Buildings decay much slower than units. Okay, next tech choice is going to be an interesting one. New York almost certainly wants to build a granary right after this monument. Growing is so much more efficient when you have that granary, and it opens up lots of whipping possibilities. So, where do we want to take our technology now? Going to be taking this site really soon. Our research is going to be solid, but it would be even pretty nice to supplement that with library scientists, especially since we're a little bit short on workers at the moment. Could be nice to have a city work library scientists instead of worrying about improving more tiles. I don't rightly know. I'll have to think about this for just a moment. Okay, that ended up being a pretty long break, in fact. I forgot there was a phone conversation I was going to have this afternoon, so that's been taken care of. And I've gotten a chance to consider our overall strategy a little bit. The fact is, we are in such a good position now, simply by virtue of the fact that we are on Monarch. So it's not really necessary to find the absolute best strategy here. A lot of strategies would work. For example, even though it feels a little late, we could go get horseback riding and horse archer rush and kill off Montezuma. That is certainly an option. Or we could go for metal casting and build the Colossus. Although, no, I guess we can't because we don't have copper. We could do it anyway. We could go for sailing and build the Great Lighthouse. Great Lighthouse is really not a bad play here since we are going to be taking 5 coastal cities. I did mark off the cities I want to take. This one is kind of marginal, but we might be able to build the Moai statues, considering that we have stone. And yeah, so anyway, so Great Lighthouse would be a totally reasonable play here, and it would even allow us to sort of throw up another city here that would be profitable from trade routes. What else? We could build the pyramids using this stone tile. Not maybe the best choice because we're a little food poor, just a little bit, but we could do it and we could make it work. And what are some other options? We could build the Oracle. That's definitely possible right now. Would be a little tight. It might not even be that tight. We might easily get the Oracle and be able to get something nice. But I'm going to go for writing, and that's because I feel like one of the things that players struggle with the most on a difficulty level like Monarch is understanding just how good great people are. So we are going to make great people a focus of what we're doing. Now, let's see if I can remember everything that's going on here. I want to make sure I know about any seafood over here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any, but just make sure. The gold from the hut has been serving us well. Making sure our research doesn't have to slow down at all. At all. I'm going to try to hook up to Montezuma as soon as possible for those extra trade routes. And yeah, we're settling this. We want to hook this up as quickly as possible. It'd actually be kind of nice to research sailing for trade routes, but don't think that's going to happen. And let's see. Are we going to be short worker turns? Do we really need... I don't know if we need a third worker just yet. It's not going to be critical. I mean, workers are always good. More workers is always better. But not necessarily at the expense of other things. So we'll see where we're at. I'm just starting a road. And the question is, do I want to finish the road first, or... I'm going to go ahead and finish the road. Okay, I'll not finish the road this way is what I'll do. Settler. Whoa, how did that happen? Was it like that before? Ew. Well, yeah, maybe I totally messed up and we were working on awful tile, but I would have to check the video to see exactly when I messed anything up. So, question is, are any of these other city sites urgent? None of them really feel urgent, although maybe this one down here, because these floodplains will be pretty nice for cottaging, giving our commerce a little kickstart. But floodplains take a little while to develop, so we will get a third worker before our next settler. So first thing here is going to be a workboat, and next is going to be a monument, and next is going to be a granary. Pretty much nothing will make me change my mind, so I'll just leave it like that. And once again, I don't know if random events are going to cause barbarians to suddenly appear and murder us. If they were, I would definitely be building more units.
In writing what deserves to be read.
So, worker. We could have started improving this floodplains. Yeah, I probably should have built this road this way to make it easier to hook the gold up. Yeah, I'll help out getting this city set up. Needs all the help it can get. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try to play vaguely a standard great person style game here. I'm going to set research to alphabet and turn the slider off. This is because we are going to be building a library as soon as we can. And really the capital is the only building that where it's appropriate to do that. And yeah, you usually want to turn your slider down before you build research multipliers. That way you get the most out of those multipliers. Let's see. You can chop out the workboat. And okay. Montezuma. Let's open borders. Granary. Gonna have a border pop here pretty soon. Put some hammers into Stonehenge, I guess. Or should we get a library? Oh, a library can't be bad. At the very least, it means we can build universities later. And then Boston will improve the gold. Chop over here. Now, I would like to be chopping this library, but I guess it's okay. I do want to work this floodplains, though, instead of the mine, as a matter of fact. I'm going to want more population in that city. So is that... I think that means we have trade routes with Montezuma. So we can refresh the trade routes by opening borders with somebody else. Huh. Okay, well, I guess that didn't work, so guess I'll need to continue the road network. Road. Chop the workboat. Basically trying to get everything up and running as quickly as possible. Yeah, and we'll start chopping in Washington. Okay, surely now we have trade routes. Yes, we do. And now we can also start improving these tiles. Get the cow first. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. And then next will be a settler. Okay, now this city is certainly contributing, and we are going to turn our slider back up any moment. So, yeah, on Monarch difficulty, I think you generally are better off researching alphabet yourself. The AI does tack pretty slowly if you're playing a tight opening. Oh, Boston can whip this monument, but not until we revolt in slavery. So, it's time to revolt in slavery. Actually, we don't want to whip that monument. What am I talking about? It's my impulse to whip anything, any monument at size 2, but obviously these are both good tiles. Be nice to get the border pop early, but whipping, probably not the right idea. So let's get 2 scientists running and work those tiles. So we're going to get a great scientist in 17 turns. And we have to figure out what we want to do with such a scientist. Oh, interesting. I can chop this forest, which will save me some hammers in the long term. Because I'm planning on settling on top of it. Sure, I'll do that. I would like to be thinking about a good bureaucracy capital, but I'm not sure that we'll really have one, unless we want to move the palace to this southern city. Well, I mean, to put that differently, Washington can work quite a few cottages, and I would like it to, but it's not growing so fast. I'm getting a phone call. One moment. Okay, and we are back, and we're going to chop this settler a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, I guess I didn't want to remove that marker. Yeah, but getting our commerce running, making use of these riverside tiles would be pretty nice. Okay, so clearly this is not improved. Would I rather have 3 hammers or 2 food and 1 commerce? Guess I would rather have 2 food and 1 commerce. Justinian. Oddly enough, he's behind everybody else in cities. He is expansive, and so, or not expansive, imperialistic. Oh, by the way, I realized that I had said something false earlier with the map. I said that it was a Pangea map, I think, or at least I implied it. But it's not. It's a continents map. So this very possibly are all the AIs we're going to locate on this spot. In our current universe.